So I guess the question is, why did you make this latest trade?
I just felt like, again, it's sort of a timeline thing. The players that we had were the uncertainty of the future and free agency, and felt like we were getting good value in return based on this contract situation.
Are you done trading? Or?
I don't know. I never know. I'm not done talking.
What's going to happen with Boston, and where does that stand? I guess. Fair question.
There's just some uncertainty. We're having conversations with Austin right now and trying to figure out what's best. But he could be in town shortly. I mean, not tonight, but we're still communicating with Tayshaun and Austin and on what our plans are for them.
Is there a chance that either plays for you guys or each one?
Sure.
Both of them?
Sure. Yeah, sure. So you're saying there's a chance?
What kind of a chance?
We are.
I don't know. I just that's just an inside joke. But no, I mean he's used that one on me a few times.
No.
But yeah. So I don't know yet.
Do you anticipate one or both of them playing?
I don't know.
Danny, what do you expect from this team now? You trade your leading assist man and four-time All-Star, you trade your leading scorer. What do you expect for the last 50 games or whatever?
Well, I haven't been too excited about what I've seen so far this whole year.
Yeah.
I haven't been that excited about seeing 20-point leads get blown. But I'm certainly not blaming it on those two guys. There's a lot of people, but we're just trying to get better. I mean, listen, we have a lot of young guys now. They become more of a focal point for us, and they have to get better. And now there's a little bit more onus on them to get better and take a little bit more responsibility.
Does the trade give you an opportunity, like you said, just to look at the young players, see what you've got, whether you want to keep them or not?
I think that's very important for us to know who they are. And I think that it's a real challenge, going into every offseason and not being quite sure what you have and what your players are. So yes, I think that's fair to say. But I don't think it's good for anybody to get unconditional minutes. I don't think that's good for anybody's development.
What have your conversations with Brad been? Because obviously this is the second straight year now where got into December and you started trading off pieces, and the pieces you've traded off this year are even probably more significant than the ones you did last year.
Brad and I talk almost every day, so he understands it. He understands what's going on.
What's going on?
Brad understands. I don't care whether you do or not.
Danny, in terms of Jeff, he had the player option. Did you fear that he was just going to opt out? Did you want to get compensation?
There's uncertainty, sure.
And how would you capsulize his 3 years in Boston?
Jeff was a high character guy who came to work every day. After his heart condition, he really put forth a great effort, I think, to get himself back as an NBA player. I don't think he missed, well, he did miss a game. I'm not sure if he even missed a practice. And he's working really hard, and I think that Jeff is a guy that still hasn't reached his prime, even at his age. I think that he's still getting better. And but I think he was a good guy in the locker room. Like you said, our leading scorer this year, and he was a pleasure to be around. I think he'll be a good addition in Memphis.
Who do you see maybe stepping up in the void of?
Everybody. Everybody has to step up.
Danny, the draft pick you're getting from Memphis, can you be more, can you tell me what it is?
It's pretty complicated. Have you read about it?
No. I just know it's conditional.
Anybody read about it?
Not till 2019.
It's 2 years.
Well, 2019 may be the most likely year, yeah. But there's a lot of conditions on it because they owe a pick to Denver before that. But I'm going to let you read up on that rather than me explain it.
Is your pick protected?
Yes. In 2018, 19, and 20, yes, it is protected. And becomes unprotected in 2021.
What are the protections on it?
You got to read that stuff up. You guys got to read your press notes. Read the press releases.
You looking at 221
That's
draft?
not in the
Half
press release.
the people know what the pick is. I'll let them explain it. Or you'll be able to read about it from them. I get half the news from you guys off your Twitter.
Is there such thing as too many draft picks?
No, because draft picks are always tradable. Players are not. Draft picks are always assets. They until sometimes they're drafted. So until they become players, or until they become paid. But no, I don't believe so.
Can you build a team through the draft anymore, or do you have to use those picks maybe to trade for players?
I think you have to build through the draft, and but like last time we built through the draft, and then we developed players, and we were able to trade to get some veteran guys in that were more ready to win, that were more compatible with Paul at the time. But we did it through the draft. I mean, that's how I look at it. And we just right now we'll do the same thing. We'll draft players, we'll develop players, and we'll look for opportunities to take steps forward.
How different is this process without having a guy like Paul around the way you did last time?
I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell on that.
Along those lines, Danny, is there any concern about the Celtic way and that carrying through that leadership and just the legacy of the franchise?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Just the leadership and ownership when putting so much stock into that, and just the way you go about the business every day. Who carries that torch?
So that is like a problem that I would like to see go away, where there's like this perception that somebody has to carry the torch. I believe everybody has to carry the torch, from the whole organization, from coaches to players, every player, not one player carrying a torch. Like most of the world believes there has to be some sort of leader inside the locker room. I think everybody has to be a leader, and I think that what I've seen just in recent weeks is that there is more voices to be heard and more people that are stepping up and trying to be leaders. And time will tell whether they can be, but sometimes some voices snuff out the voice of others. And we're trying to create a culture where everybody takes ownership in the results and success of the team.
Still have a handful of veterans in the locker room. Have you had conversations with them? Because they must be kind of, you traded the captain, you traded another one of the veterans.
I've talked with all the guys. Yeah. I think everybody is pretty certain of what their situation is. Yeah, I mean, as certain as they can be, as certain as I am, which is somewhat uncertain.
Thank you, Danny.